Information for voters. Recent state ballots are not a voter's guide. Don't vote your grandfather's choice either. Vote what's best for us. Use your conscience. That's democracy. The United Nations voted for universal civil rights for all. Everyone's entitled to the same human rights, to life, liberty, security, social security, equal pay for equal work. All of these things are rights. Let's become one of the 10 best countries on the planet. Vote for U.S. civil rights. Many countries have had universal health care for 40 years. The U.S. has had universal health care for 2 years under the Affordable Care Act. The Republicans want to dismantle it. New health information. No amount of alcohol is safe for pregnant women. Babies are born permanently disabled due to alcohol. They may never be self-supporting. Giving someone alcohol is saying, your new brain cells were worth nothing anyway. Alcohol is a brain killer. Alcohol was given to Native Americans and South Africans to keep them docile. Alcohol causes cancer in adults and permanent disabilities in babies. Protect our American youth. Everyone has a right to be born whole. Education programs provide a common core. Democrats lean toward free college for all. Republicans don't. Republicans fear immigrants, but almost all Americans began as or are descendants of immigrants. The Immigration Service examines each application for citizenship carefully. New citizens quickly become tax-paying, community-supporting, and law-abiding neighbors. Welcome them to our democracy. Learn to recognize fraud when preparing to vote. Fraud is defined as wrongful or criminal deception intended to result in financial or personal gain. If the organization information says that immigration and integration is bad, it's fraud. The laws of the land, federal agencies, protect the U.S. from dangers and do it according to the law, not according to white supremacist biases. If the organization says that social programs are bad and there's too much government, they're saying civil rights laws should not be enforced. Republicans are against civil rights protections, Social Security for seniors, affordable care, universal health insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, education programs, temporary assistance for families, Head Start, child support enforcement, immigration, disaster relief for agricultural resource subsidies during drought or crop failure or tornado damage. Republicans want to shut down civil rights. Wealthy moguls will try to buy your property at a low price if your business fails or your house forecloses. The wealthy want others to lose while they gain. They don't want others to get a fair shake. It's unfair. Support our civil rights. Every citizen matters. Vote against ineffective judges and police chiefs. Recognize conservative tactics. Wealthy moguls passed a Citizens United law that allows rich moguls to contribute $880 million for media to elect Republicans. Citizens United agenda supports constitutionally limited government, that is, ignoring the 14th Amendment rights granted to all citizens. By limiting government, they mean destroying institutions that support dignity, food security, housing, education, and opportunities for children and for the poor and elderly. Buying elections is a danger to democracy. Pew statistics appear to be an extension to the U.S. Census describing Americans. Pew is not. Pew was begun by rich moguls to inform the conservative agenda. Pew focuses on emphasizing differences between races and religions. Pew warns about increasing influence of diverse population trends. Pew does not acknowledge that making national decisions on the basis of race, sex, or religion is against the law. The laws of the land protect citizens against violence, crime, and child abuse. Some Republican states ignore gender, minority, hate, and child crimes. The FBI defines a hate crime as a criminal offense against a person or property motivated in whole or in part by an offender's bias against a race, religion, disability, sexual orientation, ethnicity, gender, or gender identity. Hiring laws and housing laws demand equal opportunity uninfluenced by race, gender, religion, or sexual orientation. Report implicit bias to the Better Business Bureau and to federal authorities. In Republican states, local police and courts may show implicit bias, for example, against minorities or women. Too often, their police don't report hate crimes or bias to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Report on the federal tips line and contest biased judgments. Tell the FBI you have dates, times, and timely written information. Provide the FBI with pictures, videos, witness names, and other evidence. People kill people with guns. Gun laws currently hamper federal attempts to monitor who buys weapons and ammunition. Gun laws currently allow purchase of guns at auction or getting guns from others without registering. There are small but virulent populations of white supremacists, angry militarists, drug rings, criminals, and mentally ill people who have not been prohibited from owning, carrying, and using guns. Support gun legislation. Vote against those who claim a right to own and carry guns. Keep guns and terrorists out of our communities. There's a new age vulnerability. Thieves and violent people are likely to be found anywhere in the world today. Protect your credit cards and your wallet by placing several rectangles of tinfoil among them to fool electronic readers. Protect our property and our neighbors. Learn self-defense. Are you buying a car or scheduling an operation? Get a second opinion. Learn to recognize fraud. If internet or phone sources ask you for your credit card information, it's fraud. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, has excellent websites and a whole Internet Crime Complaint Center. Use Internet URLs to understand and contact federal agencies. Fraud. Federal agencies never ask for your ID or credit information over the phone. If banks threaten foreclosure, if businesses threaten eviction or seizure of property, if businesses offer a sure deal, if you give them money now, it's definitely fraud. Contact the FBI for all of these things. This is what they do. Hate crimes. Laws of the land protect citizens against violence, crime, and child abuse, though some Republican states ignore gender, minority, hate, and child crimes. Fraudulent campaigners want to dismantle American civil rights. Use your vote to keep America great. Vote Democrat November 8th. Also, vote Democrat for the Senate and the House of Representatives.